you guys guessed that we're going with a Raptor to replace the Tundra with? Well, you guys guessed correctly. I am now officially in the market for a Gen 3 Raptor between the years of 21 and 2023, because personally, I don't know what it is, but the 24 refresh to me is just not quite as good looking as the 21s to 2023s. I think it's just a rounder look or something. They just updated the headlights and the taillights for the most part. It's like a mid-cycle refresh, but I like the look of the 21s to 23s way better. So that being said, I'm driving down to a Ford dealership right now to test drive a used one, but first I had to pull up on the bay really quick here, dude, because it is the perfect freaking day. Anyways, let's head down to the dealership and test drive the one they have there. I'm probably not gonna end up buying it because they want a little too much for it than I'd be willing to pay for one with that mileage on it. But we'll take it for a test drive anyways and test drive me a Raptor for my first time. I'm also gonna get into why I sold my Tundra now instead of selling it a few months ago when I had an offer for it. I sold it, you know, when I did for kind of sort of a main reason. I'm sure you guys can guess what that is, but we'll get into all that stuff after we go and test drive us a new to me at least, a newish 2021 Ford Raptor, and I'm pretty pumped. This year is going to be for sale for sure though very soon, because I bought this car outright and I really want to buy the Raptor outright too, because I am so freaking over paying interest on cars. It's so burnt. I'm so over it. It's a waste of money. But I bought this one outright. I own it. I paid cash for it, and I want to buy the Raptor as well. So if I buy the Raptor and have the Porsche, that's a little too car rich for me. So I think it's time to sell the Porsche. But who cares? You guys, who cares, right? You guys don't care. But anyways, man, let's go and test drive us a brand newish Generation 3 Ford Raptor. Let's roll. So I just pulled up to Huntington Beach Ford, and they got a nice lineup here of some Gen 3 Raptors. And that's the one right there we're test driving. All blacked out, 2022, 38,000 miles. They're asking $73,990 for it. Obviously, I'm trying to negotiate that down a bit. Alcantara?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right here, that's surrounded by all the leather on the outside.
Dang. That blue looks sick.
Here, and then all around the trim pieces.
That's pretty cool. You my in and out right there.
Yep. You got the 360 camera right there.
Sweet.
Wireless charging pad in there.
Nice.
120 volt charger.
This blue interior is sick.
Yeah, you don't
I
see it too
love the
often.
color of it. So it's black on the leather and then blue on the Alcantara.
Yeah, it's like a navy blue.
It's a two-tone.
Yeah.
And a panel roof. All the switches here. Sport mode on the exhaust and the suspension.
Yep.
Good to go. Let's roll.
Steering.
And the steering. I hear the exhaust roaring already. That is sick. Roll us down and beat some traffic. Ugh. Wow, this thing scoots. Holy. Dude, this truck feels light.
Definitely gets up and goes when you want it to.
It's 37 package too, right?
Yep.
On this one, so it's on 37s. I can't even tell. Yeah, the steering is super responsive. Coming from the Tundra too, I appreciate all the little things also, kind of like the black headliner,
Yeah.
which you can get on a new Tundra, but it has to be platinum, or the 24 and newer.
To get a black head?
TRD Pro, yeah.
Wow.
It's gotta be a platinum trim or the 24 and newer TRD Pro.
And this one right here, this will control the back side
whoops.
window. So you can open that up pretty easily.
Oh, sick. Oops. Just flip the mirrors in. Full panel roof, let's go. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, let's see what it sounds like, no exhaust being open. Let's go to normal. Curious how different it sounds.
I think it wasn't normal actually.
Was it? Sport mode? Let's see. Normal, sport.
Yeah, I'll put the S above the exhaust symbol, so yeah, it should be good.
See if that sticks. Okay, cool, that's stuck. Okay, so now we're in sport mode. Oh my gosh. Sport mode puts it in the sport, like steering and sport exhaust note by itself, yeah. Because it got a lot more responsive for sure. Straight or right?
I can go straight.
Damn. Cybertruck. Well, Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
sure, I'll do that. Test out the 360 cam. So a zoom button right there. Let's see what that does. Oh, what? Oh, I see. Okay. So you can choose an area to. Okay. Okay, nice. Well, there you guys have it. Test drive was amazing, and I am in love. Not gonna lie one bit. This truck is sick. And I know it's nothing new. You know, it's an older. It's came out in 2021, but it's new to me. And gosh dang, dude. It looks nice. Oh my gosh. I'm ruined. So I'm not sure of the history of this truck or where it came from or anything quite yet. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it's always good to check underneath these trucks and see if there's any corrosion and whatnot. If it lived somewhere salty. It's looking pretty straight, a little dirty, but not too bad though. For you know, a couple-year-old truck with nearly 40,000 miles on it. I mean, it's super straight, a couple little dings here and there. That's actually a little something to talk about. Whoa. We'll have to use that to our advantage for negotiations, but there you guys have it, the 37 package on this one. BFG 37s, so as you guys know, they run a little smaller than a truer 37, but let's have the 37s on this thing. Some pretty sweet running boards. Hop up in that back seat. Dude, that blue, that two-tone is so tight. So we got blue Alcantara with the black leather. Heated seats in the rear. That's pretty cool right there. Power outlet, USB, USB-C, and then standard 120 volt house plug. All black headliner, gotta love that. All right guys, so I sat down in the office there and ran some numbers and tried to get them down to $70,000 for the Raptor I just test drove. And they were like, it's not gonna happen pretty much because they've only had it for about 2 weeks here. So unfortunately, no go. Oh well. But they have this one here for a bit cheaper. It's a year older and less options on it, but not my color choice either, to be honest. You could wrap it, but not the one. That was the one over there, man. No, I'm kidding. I didn't plan to buy one here. I figured they wouldn't drop the price $4,000. I thought I'd give it a shot, come down here, it's local. It's like a 20-minute drive and see what happens, and it was a no-go. So we out, but what do you guys think of this color though? I don't know if it's the metallic blue or what this one's called, but it pops though. Alrighty guys, so I wrapped up the test drive yesterday and I pretty much affirmed my decision to buy me a Gen 3 Raptor. It's not gonna be the one I test drove because they're asking for a little too much that I'm willing to pay. But I shot them an offer anyways of $70,000 and they were just like, where'd you get that offer from? And I was like, it's just what I wanna pay for one that has that kind of mileage on it. And they were just like, kind of like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Even at 70K, to be honest, I probably would have had to still consider it because, I mean, here on the West Coast, Raptors are going, everything goes for more expensive, obviously, here in California. But Raptors, you know, if you go more south, they're gonna be cheaper for sure. But then I have to ship it, and then I can't see it in person. But I found them for a bit cheaper for sure. But I'm kind of waiting for one to pop up private party because I am trying to buy it outright. There's a huge advantage to being able to buy it outright and being cash ready for when that pops up. I can jump right on it, which will be awesome. And there's a train whipping by, stand by. Hopefully one pops up private party here pretty soon for a good deal because, you know, private party transactions are just where it's at in terms of getting a better deal because you are moving the middleman or the dealership from the equation. So and also too, I mean, people that are selling their cars private party are normally have already bought a new one or are going to buy a new one, and now the current one they're selling is kind of like not that valuable to them anymore, so they want to just kind of get rid of it to get it out of their, you know, just off their hands pretty much. So will I come back to Toyota? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Obviously right now is a tough time to want to look into buying a new Toyota with all the issues they're currently having. Once this recall went into effect, you know, obviously people are trying to get out of these new Tundras now. I'm seeing it every single day by these enthusiasts that I've known since joining the Toyota community, which I've been called a fanboy of recently for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not really a Toyota fanboy by any means. When the redesigned Tundra came out in 2022, I was like, ooh, that's pretty nice. You know, I had Silverados and my Ram, and you know, I came from V8s. Going to a twin turbo V6 was something different for me, but I wasn't opposed to trying something new. Once I drove it, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it. More complex for sure, right? Not ideal having a turbocharged engine obviously, when it's a brand new, whole new redesigned system. Going Ford Raptor though, the EcoBoost has been out for many years, right? Since I want to say 09. It's been tried, right? Been tried and proven. At this point, I'm not too concerned going with a turbo 6-cylinder on the Ford trucks, but this brand new, fully rebuilt, or fully redesigned system by Toyota is a little sketchy, right? Because now they're having these issues that owners are having to deal with. Andrew sold his today as well to the same dealership I sold mine to. They gave him an offer the same time they bought mine, but he had to think about it for a little bit, and he was like, I'm going for it. To answer the question of why I truly sold the Tundra, that's pretty much why. This major recall happening, recalling the majority of the Tundras that are out there. I was a little nervous to have that hit my Tundra and have to go through the whole process of whatever the remedy ends up being. And I'm seeing a lot of people that I know that are majorly enthusiastic about Toyotas, and they're selling theirs too, their new Tundras and whatnot. So Toyota's had issues before that they've worked out. When the Gen 2 Tundras came out, it was the same thing. It's like the exact same thing pretty much. Everyone's saying, oh, in 07, they're plasticky now and not as reliable as the previous, the first generation of Tundras. They had a lot of major issues, a lot of major problems to work through. But now, flash forward, what's everyone saying? That is the most reliable vehicle. That's the best one you can get. The new one's garbage. I do think they'll figure it out eventually and make it one of the most reliable 6-cylinder turbo trucks, I think, out there eventually. I felt like it was time to just kind of move on for right now and try out, honestly, my dream truck, the Ford Raptor. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully one pops up pretty soon here. I'll see you guys on the next one very soon. Peace.